Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics Pathshala. Today we will go through a problem of CSIR June 2023 from probability. It is from part B and the question ID is 704049. So here the problem is that if fx is a probability density on the real line, then which of the following is not a valid probability density? So follow this minutely, that which of the following is not a valid probability density. So let's check our given option that among them which is not a valid probability density. And first of all we have to know that what is probability density. So the function f is called the distribution or the continuous probability function or the density function of x, where x is the continuous random variable. If it satisfies the conditions f of x greater than equal to 0 and integration over minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equals to 1. That is, f is non-negative and the total area under its graph is 1. So here it is given that fx is a probability density on the real line. So we can say that f of x greater than equal to 0 and integration over minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equals to 1. Now using this, let's check our given options. Our first option is given f of x plus 1. So let's check. Here integration over minus infinity to infinity f of x plus 1 dx we take, and let us take x plus 1 is equals to y. By differentiating both sides we get dx is equals to dy. Now here the lower limit and the upper limit of x is minus infinity and plus infinity. And as we take here x plus 1 is equals to y, so the lower and upper limit of y will be here the same. Now here we get from this that integration over minus infinity to infinity f of y dy, and this should be 1 because here it is given that fx is a probability density function. Here we have said previously that it is given fx is a probability density on the real line, so we can say integration over minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equals to 1. So using this we can say this should be 1. So we get integration over minus infinity to infinity f of x plus 1 dx is equals to 1. So we can say it is a valid probability density function. So option 1 is not true. Now let's check the second option. Second option is given f of 2x. Here similarly we can check integration over minus infinity to infinity f of 2x dx. Now let us take y is equals to 2x. Differentiating both sides, here we get dy is equals to 2 into dx. Putting these here, and here the value of lower limit and upper limit is minus infinity and infinity of x. And as we take y is equals to 2x, so here the lower limit and upper limit of y will be the same. So we get half of integration over minus infinity to infinity f of y dy. And this part should be 1 as we said previously. So here we get half into 1, which is half, and it is not equal to 1. So integration over minus infinity to infinity f of 2x dx is not equal to 1. So we can say it is not a valid probability density function. And as it is a question from the part B, therefore in the examination hall we can stop here and conclude that option 2 is our correct answer. But here we are checking another two options also. Our option 3 is given 2 into f of 2x minus 1. Similarly, we can check it by doing this, and here let us take 2x minus 1 is equals to y. Differentiating both sides, here we get 2 into dx is equals to dy. Here the lower limit and upper limit of x is minus infinity to infinity respectively. So as we take 2x minus 1 is equals to y, so here the limit of y will be the same, that is lower limit is minus infinity and upper limit is plus infinity. So here putting this we get 2 into half of integration over minus infinity to infinity f of y dy, and this part should be 1 as we said previously. So it is equal to 1 we get. So 2 into integration over minus infinity to infinity f of 2x minus 1 dx is 1. So it is a valid probability density function. So option 3 is also not true. And let's check the last option, option 4. It is 3 into x square f of x cube. Let's check it similarly. Here, check it. Here we take x cube is equals to y, and by differentiating both sides we get 3x square into dx is equals to dy. And here we take x cube is equals to y. So here the limit of x is minus infinity to infinity. And here as we take x cube is equals to y, the limit of y will be the same, that is minus infinity to infinity. So we get this, and from here crossing off this terms we get integration over minus infinity to infinity f of y dy. And this also should be 1. As we said previously, that is fx is a probability density function. So integration over minus infinity to infinity fx dx is equals to 1. So here it will be also 1. So it is also a probability density function. So option 2 is only not a probability density. So we can say option 2 is our correct answer. Here we get option 1 is a valid probability density. So option 1 is not true. Option 2 is not a valid probability density. So option 2 is right. And option 3 and option 4 are also false because they are also valid probability density. So option 2 is our correct answer. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel and support us.